Next, we do have for consideration the network services agreements and the accompanying agreements with Google Fiber. As you well remember, this was continued from the September 16th meeting, where continuance was approved by the council to this date. Staff would say that the agreements are acceptable and certainly would recommend approval of the agreements that you would now consider. At this time, I would ask for if there are any questions from a staff perspective.
I think the only question is to make sure, I think it was asked last time, but our agreement is similar to other agreements, like with Lenexa. I believe they passed theirs shortly after us.
That's correct, Mayor. Other than changing the names, it's word for word the same as Linux.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Seeing none, is there a Google representative in the audience?
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. I'm Chase Simmons with Polsinelli Law Firm, 6201 College Boulevard. I was here obviously a month ago. On behalf of Google, as I think you may know, I've been asked to request an indefinite continuance of this matter. The Google representatives, as I understand, are continuing to talk and meet with your staff. I've certainly been in contact with your staff over the last few weeks. We don't have a date certain. I understand in talking to legal counsel over the last few days that for a continuance we do not need a date certain, so we'll be able to bring the matter back before the council with any associated matters when both parties are ready to do so.
All right, if they would like to request a continuance, we would have to make a motion for that. Mr. Goodman.
Mayor, before we do that, I think given the discussions that have taken place and some of the communications, I'd like to make a motion that authorizes the mayor to execute a resolution of the council that indicating our support for Google Fiber in Overland Park, that we're anxious to have Google broadband services brought to our community, and that we look forward whenever Google's ready to signing the agreements previously presented and approved by both sides.
I think that would be a very appropriate, at least showing the interest that this council and the city has in attracting Google Fiber to our city. Mr. Stock would like to second that motion, if that's what it was. Okay, a motion for a resolution to support Google. Any discussion on that motion? All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions?
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Kite. We do need a motion to continue as Google is requesting.
Mayor, I move at the request of Google Fiber LLC to continue consideration of the network cooperation and services agreement to a date in the future.
It's been moved and seconded to continue the network agreement to a date in the future. Further discussion of that motion. Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Aye.
Mr. Kite, you had a conflict of interest is the reason you're abstaining, right? Okay. Then that would be 9-0-1.